and we are starting with a plain one, just a normal crochet, double crochet, and ending with a normal double crochet. So now we are going to chain 2, remember, not 3, only chaining 2, turning our work, and now it's going to be a little different, but you'll be able to see what you need to do. This one, this is our first stitch here. See how second one pops out of this? That means it's around the front because it's at the front of the work. So the one before it must be at the back. See how it's not popping out? So it must be at the back. So that means this next stitch we need to work around the back to keep it all in line. So going around the back of our work, around the stitch, pulling up a loop. And this one is sticking up, see? Hopefully you can see that on camera. So it's around the front of the work, it's poking to the front, so we need to go into the front of the work. Is this making sense? After you've done a couple of rows, it will make a lot of sense. So the next one is hiding, so it's in there and it's around the back. It's hiding around the back. So we want to go around the back. Okay, if you get this idea, you can go ahead and keep going. If not, just keep watching. So this one here is sticking up, see? It's around the front. So wrapping a yarn, going into the front of the work. Working on the front of the work. And we are completing our stitch as normal. The next one, it's hiding again, so we need to go around the back, because he's hiding around the back. Next one is around the front. You should alternate around the front and around the back. So next one is around the back. So getting him behind them, around the back. Next one is around the front. I'm trying to put this in simple terms because sometimes crochet terms are just so confusing. So we've actually got 2 stitches left because the other one is hiding. He's around the back here. So we need to go around the back and get him. And now we have a stitch left. You can't really see it because it's kind of looks a bit weird. But there is, remember, that last chain stitch that we did to start off. Well, now it's at the end of this row. So we want to work a double crochet into the top of the chain. And there we go. We've completed another row. So it should start to look a bit more ribby. See how we've got these lines here down there, but if we flip it over, we've got them again. One side's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The other side has 1, 2, 3, 4 rows that stick up. Okay, now I'll complete one more row, and then you just complete the rest of it until it is long enough to go around your head or for your bag strap or your belt, just as long as you need it. So chaining 2, remember, turning our work. You can turn your work then chain 2, doesn't matter, same thing. So our first one now is around the front because it's popping out of this, it's at the front of our work. So working around the front of our work, around the post or around the stitch is what it's called. So this one's hiding around the back, so we're going to go around back post, then around the front, and you should be able to see on each row if you've made a mistake because it won't look right, or your ribs won't line up. So around the front and around the back, around the front and around the back. The last one is around the front, making sure your yarn doesn't split. And now you can't forget this last one hiding here all by himself, so doing a normal double crochet into the top of the chain, and there we go, another row complete, and it's now starting to take shape a lot better. So off you go until you have it long enough, and I'll meet you at the end when I have my headband long enough. And here's one I prepared earlier, and we have our long piece of yarn here so we can stitch it together. We need to sew in that one. What you want to do is put them together, making sure it's not twisted. This is to make your headband, of course. You don't want to do this to your scarf. So, putting our edges together, we just want to sew up the edge here. I'm just going to go and find my needle and I'll be back. So grabbing your needle, these ones are fantastic. It's not sharp, trust me, wouldn't be using it if it was sharp. And it has a really big eye on the top. And they are fantastic for threading wool. Because if you get one with a tiny little hole, you're going to end up getting frustrated. See, it goes through quite easily. So, lining up our two ends. You can sew this up a number of different ways, but I am just going to whip stitch it, putting them together like so. Got to sew that little one in after. I'm just going through both layers. Continuing all the way across. Now have it sewn on, and there we go, we have a headband. Just need to sew in my ends. Now if you have a flower, and here's one I prepared earlier, we can sew it on. Now, there's lots and lots and lots of flower tutorials on YouTube, not just mine. There's quite a lot, so you can make any flower you like. And just, we don't have to make a flower at all if you don't want to, but you can just put it on there. And I guarantee you'll make this a lot cheaper than what you could buy it for in the store. So I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. Very easy to make. And reasonably quick too. So subscribe to my videos if you haven't. I also have some cooking videos that you might like to check out. And thanks for watching and have a great day.